Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my modded Minecraft Let's Play. Once again, I'm Kamdis, and today we will be focusing in on Tinker's Construct, because, well, like I said in the previous episode, I really dislike tall trees, and like you guys can see, these trees decided that growing tall would be the smartest idea they could ever have. But before I do that, I will show you my newly expanded hole in which I live. In the previous episode you saw me having this little tiny bit of space. Now I have, well, the first floor, kind of like my farming level and, well, living level in the moment. I removed my farm from upstairs and placed it here. Also grow some hemp and sugarcane behind there. This, yeah, for the ones that study biology or know anything about drugs, hemp can be used to gain weed, except this is Minecraft, so it has to be teen friendly, so it can't in this game. Then a lot of chests down here. As you can see, I dug down the entire mine shaft, digged for a lot of resources. You can also see that possibly by my diamond sword. And created this massive hall in which, well, to expand and do stuff in. I also made a grindstone, because, well, it's really useful to double your resources. Potatoes. Nice. Well, I can show you my mining chest. I dug a little bit, so I have a couple of resources. But well, back to the mainstay of the course. I wanted to go into Tinker Construct, because that's one of the ways you can easily obtain an axe that can chop down entire trees in one go, without it costing a lot of energy or magical powers or all that kind of stuff. But to start with Tinker's Construct, we need wood. Is never enough. I'm going to take the entire stack. And I am going to build a lot of sticks. First off, I'm going to build a pattern. As well, I need at least 4 of those to build all the crafting stations. By the way, if you want to see tutorials on this, I would suggest you watch another channel that does spotlights on this. Something like Direwolf 20. He will explain this kind of stuff way better than I could, at least in such a small piece of time to go over it. A stencil table. Yeah, mods are smart these days. They give you books occasionally. And part builder. I will go over what these do in time. Well, whenever I put them down, most likely. I need a chest and a crafting bench. Okay, then we gain a tool station and a pattern chest. Maybe made a little, oh well. I'm going to use those sticks soon enough anyway, and I'm going to put this down here because, well, I dug it out for a reason. We have a stencil table that's going in the corner. Then there's going to be a pattern chest, part builder, and the tool station. Before I continue with this, I should get some more patterns, because I will need those to get any further with this. I'm splitting this. So it's the worst that can happen. A couple of spare patterns. Make use of those. By the way, as you can see, this crafting table is from Tinker's Construct, and as long as it's just a normal chest or double chest, it can access those inventories from, well, within the crafting grid, which is really nice. But it sadly doesn't work with iron chests, which will probably replace all these normal chests anyway. So I had some patterns. Now I wanted to make an axe. Now we can go to here. Hatchet, basic chopping tool. This is just basically an axe. A mattock. It's a shovel and an axe combined. That's not really what I want. And a chisel. That's not really doing it either. So yeah, I'm going to skip one phase in this entire setup and directly go towards the extended tool station, the tool forge. For this purpose I am going to make a Tinker Construct forge, which I have more than enough space for. So I can make the decent lumber axe, I believe it's called, which probably will take a lot of materials but also gives me magnificent jewel chopping capabilities. Well, for the ones who are fans of spoilers, I don't want to show too much. But to make a forge from Tinker's Construct you need grout. That's of course the question from a couple of people, how the hell do I make grout? Well, as you can see, grout of seared bricks is what they're used for. You need grout to make seared bricks. Grout is made from either single clay ball surrounded by a sand and a gravel. You gain 2 of those then, or you can use a block of clay with 4 sand and 4 gravel, and then you gain 8 pieces of grout, and a single piece of grout will turn into a seared brick, and you need quite a lot of these to turn it into forgery blocks. And then I'm probably going to take a crafting table down with me, because it's really annoying if I have to basically walk up here to, well, craft stuff. Well, I want to do that downstairs so I can make adjustments on the fly. So, besides having a normal crafting station or table down here is probably not going to hurt me. I was searching for glass. Yes, I also digged a lot of sand to make a lot of glass, because I like to have a window in my forge so I can see what's in there without having to open the interface. Well, I'm probably going... Okay, there they are. I'm probably going to need at least 16 seared bricks anyway. Smeltery structure blocks, save for decoration. That means mostly that it doesn't constantly check for, am I part of a multi-block structure like the Railcraft? It's Railcraft coke ovens. Smeltery controller, we need one of these. And I believe this was the crafting recipe. Yes, this is glass. I need the tank. Yeah, I need the tank. And then I can make some one tank. Oh yeah, I also need some outputs, of course. Yeah, if you watched any channel that uses Tinker Construct, and I'm doing really basic work at the moment. So I hope you guys can forgive me for that. I like 2 basins on table. Generally I have more use for the basins. Creating blocks is generally more useful. And then I need 3 faucets. What's this? Okay. Some glass. And create some more bricks. This is probably enough for just a very small smeltery, but it will be more than enough for my purposes on the moment. I'm going to dig a 3x3 in the ground, because you need to place the base. Oh, there's my stone pickaxe. Use my iron pickaxe for a little while. Casting basin. Didn't I make 2 of these? Oh well. Can always make another one. The back is not that important to look at. I think I will orientate it this way. So I will place the controller in the middle. And the tank over here. And then where are the blocks? Over there. So that's the first layer. Like you can see, the flame started appearing before the controller. That means that the smeltery is now operational if you would add some lava in here. But I'm going to add some more layers to it because, well, it may be operational, but I won't be able to get any ores out unless I complete a layer that drains in it. Where set faucets and casting table and the basin. And then I have 2 seared bricks and some seared glass. And that probably should at least give me... Don't enter the interface. The shift click to prevent that from opening. I can place these down. It's not like I can use them for anything else anyway. Well, and like you can see now, that's now an operational 2-layer smeltery. I will probably be extending this a little bit further as I go on, but the interesting work is done now. And now I am going to have to hunt for some lava. Well, not really hunt, because I know where some is located low ground. Some cobblestone. Why do I carry this around? And a bucket. Yes, please. Well, you might say to yourself, well, you're rushing awfully quick through this process. I will be also automating this episode. Because, well, it's kind of one of those things to have that are really basic. And I believe that's this direction for the quickest access to lava. And it is an easy way to double your ores without having to spend a lot of time grinding away. That's just water. I know I left, yeah, look, I left some lava over here. How am I going to... Probably should make a nicer entrance to this area. Like so. I have a bucket of lava, so I'm going back up. Well, I hope you guys can forgive me, but I'm going to save myself some wandering time. If you think this is cheating, well, good luck with your life. I'm just going to save myself a couple of minutes. So, now it's lava. You see it doesn't give an entire bucket of lava because it uses a little bit to maintain the forge. And now I am going to throw in some iron, if I believe correctly. But then again, tool forge. You can also make certain... Oh, I need some more seared bricks. And 4 blocks of iron. 4 blocks of iron would be 4 times 9 would be... Well, considering that the thing doubles, it would be 2 times 9 that I would need, so 18. Well, I mined a lot of stuff, so... Oh, 18 with the stuff. You can just shift left click it in there. As you can see, it fills up the forge inside while it smelts. And now we just have to wait for this bar on the left side of the blocks to completely rise up. And then it will turn into molten iron. Funny thing is, you can also pull this out through these faucets, off to the smeltery drains I mean, and into tanks. Or even fluid storage devices from applied energetics. Do I have enough seared bricks? I believe I don't, so this is going to be a little bit annoying. I will be having to... Yeah, I have to mine for some more clay of mostly sand, I believe. So I need 12 bricks, so I will be needing 9 more grout. Yeah, we're going to dig for some sand. Or maybe we don't. I think it's time for some sleep again. Also, between episodes, I finally changed the game rules so creepers don't explode everything. Hello, baby. Yeah, like you can see, they take very little leather, that's barely any armor. But if they wear a little bit of armor, it's really annoying to kill them because they only take 1 or 2 damage. Creeping spiders. Always hostile. Well, they shouldn't be. Let's close the door. Well, trapdoor. But it keeps the creepers out. And the monsters. And the zombies. And well, how much sand would I need? Hopefully not too much. I thought I made enough, but apparently I didn't. Also, something that of note, if you're wondering why I have the red bar and the blue bar on the sides of my hotbars, I accidentally forgot that I should be recording some stuff, and I already made my arcane companion from Ice Magica. So I already have access to magical stuff if I wish to. But the only thing I did was make the companion and didn't go on further with it. Because, well, it's something more part of the Let's Play, I guess. A few of you might appreciate seeing that. 4 of these. 4 of this. That should be enough grout to get me what I want. You're not doing anything. Great. It's all iron. Well, and if you want to get it out of there, just press the faucet with right click. It will flow out of there. You can also automate this with redstone, but a little bit too much effort for the moment. Well, I mostly will be skipping the entire smeltery thing and move up as fast as I can through the tech tiers. Although I most likely will be focusing on the magical stuff as far as the poll goes on the moment. But I really want the lumber axe because I spent way too much time chopping down wood. And well, all of you say, well, you could focus on golems doing it for you and all that kind of stuff. I'm nowhere near golems yet on the moment, so first I will need to do arcane infusion and all that stuff. And at the moment I don't even have my Tonomicon yet. I will probably saying that well, in the wrong way, but it's a really difficult word. Tonomicon. Well, it's from Towncraft, so I don't even need that much crowd with them. What was I thinking? I have more than enough. Up. No. I need a tool station. Come over here, little tool station. And get upgraded to the next level. Another nice trick, by the way, if you press this question mark beside it while you're in an appropriate crafting grid, it will show the outlines. But if you shift left click on it and the recipe doesn't contain any things with MBT data or damage values. I don't know exactly about MBT data, but with an item that can have damage values won't get shift left clicked in here. But well, items such as tool stations, bricks and blocks, no problem. So tool station, get over here. And now we should have access to the lumber axe, I believe it is. It can fell entire trees or gather wood in a wide range. So yeah, that's the thing we're going for. For this we need a great axe head, a plate, tool binding, and I believe this is a tough tool rod. So we're going to see if we can find these patterns. Nee, that's a sword blade. Previous tool binding. Pen, also an interesting thing, but tough tool rod. Oh, we'll probably need a tough tool binding. My mistake. Large blade. And a broad. Do we need a broad axe pattern? Ooh. Let's check the. What is this? Bell axe. No, not what we're searching for. It looks like the broad axe pattern. Broad axe pattern. Now, the funny thing is, if you add these patterns to a pattern chest, you can access them from the part builder. And if you hover over them, you see the material costs associated with them to make it. So, now I will be at least stashing some stuff. Oh, string that over here. I will need some gold to make the actual patterns, or the casts. You can use aluminium, brass or gold for this. It's just what you prefer. I mostly use gold because it's, well, quicker. Just throw some gold in there and throw it in the cast. But to make the cast we have to make the originals first from something, and cobblestone is always but to be an easy material that you generally don't mind spending. So I'm going to use cobblestone to make this the patterns that I need, or the parts that I need, and I will turning those into casts. This is tool binding. No, we need a board axe and a large blade. Like you can see, these things use up a lot of resources. A large blade costs 8 ingots or 8 cobblestone, and a tough binding that costs 3, and a tough tool rod. This is also costs 3, but that should be all the parts that I would need to make myself one of these. Let's check it in the tool pouch. Yay. But, well, we're not going to use these to make the tool itself. We're going to make the casts of these. You can also store these casts in pattern chests, although you can't open them from the casting table, because this has no inventory. Stone tool rod. Tough binding now. And I believe this should leave us with 12. Yes. Go. I'm going to put these in the pattern chest for now. We're using them very shortly, but and I am going to make it out of iron. Or I could even, well, let's check up on the nice alloys that we can use. Basic material and processing. No, this is the wrong book. This is World Domination. I swear I had a book somewhere. King Compendium, that's the book I made from Ars Magica. Alright. Swear it's in one of these chests. Materials in here. I believe this contains... No, we need mighty smelting. Where's mighty smelting gone? Did I put it over here? Yes, I did. Mighty smelting. Alloys. Bronze, no. Would be really nice to have Manalian. I will probably be mining some obsidian very soon. Well, I think we'll just make it out of standard iron. Let's see, how much do we need for it? 3, 6, 14, 22, so 11 ingots of 11 ores that have to be added. Because, well, remember this thing doubles. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, this thing also doesn't automatically output ingots. You have to make an ingot cast like I'm doing now. But, well, that should be easily solved. So, now we have an ingot cast. Do remember that if you add different metals to the smeltery, it can and will form the alloys it can with these. So you probably want to empty it. Unless you like being frustrated like the York's cast is. In the humorous ways. When all their metals turn into alloys they don't have a use for. Ah, I could have made. Oh no, it's manganese. But one of the disadvantages of hard mode, you lose from this so fast. Give me my casts and let's pour out the parts for this magnificent tool of woody destruction. There's the binding. Yeah, I know this is probably not the most optimal made lumber axe in existence, but it will be easy to fix with some iron. So. And for the moment that's the only thing I really care for. Eventually I will be automating tree cutting and such. I could probably focus myself entirely on that and go Mine Factory Reloaded into it. Which would be really easy to do, but probably not as entertaining. Yeah, if you shift click or shift hold over it, then you can see different stats about it. Control click, you can see the different materials from which it is made and the different effects it has on the item itself. Which is not really that interesting anyway, because we're just going to use this thing to cut down trees, this thing to chop down any monsters. Once again it's night time, so we are going to sleepy do. Last time I walked out of here, when I was preparing for the next for this episode, I got 3 creepers on top of my head and I was not very happy about it. How's my armor holding up? Decent enough. Burn. Let's watch all the mobs burn. Well, lumber axe, let's see how you perform on this tree. Ah, divine heavens, this is so much easier than having to climb up all these trees in order to gather their wood. Give me more. You guys have no idea how extremely useful I find this. If I didn't have access to something like this early game, I would probably have installed Decapitator myself into this mod pack. Some people find it realistic that you spend a lot of time chopping down trees. I generally don't find it that enjoyable. I much prefer to grow farms with useful stuff on them than grow trees. Or build machines that do it all for me. Or minions in the form of golems. Give me all your wood. Yes. Well, this was the basic function that I wanted to achieve with Tinker's Construct. I am also going to automate a little bit with it. Well, not entirely, I'm just going to, was planning to, at least, automate the lava that the forge needs in order to smelt stuff. I'm just going to replant these forests. Should never have too much of the stuff. And I'm going the most overpowered way I know with this, and that's just a standard nether pump installation. But for this I first will need access to the nether, which will probably mean that I cut the episode here while I do the laborious task of gathering obsidian. Thank you for watching my videos. In the annotations you will find the links to my previous videos, the playlist of this video and possibly the next video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more content.